Caitlin Rao, and my father is Captain Alan Rao.
My name is Blake Rao.
I am Dawn Rao, the surviving spouse of Captain Alan Rao. My mom got on an airplane and she was seated next to him, and he was in uniform coming back from the Persian Gulf War, and they struck up a conversation, exchanged phone numbers and addresses, and became pen pals. And they became very good friends. And then after I graduated from grad school and came back, he and I met. Our first date was the Marine Corps Ball in Boise, Idaho. I remember meeting a lot of wild young Marines that ended up dancing on tables and having a fantastic time, and it was really a great night. We got married in Southern California. Alan did 5 years enlisted, went out, got his bachelor's degree, and then he went back into the Marine Corps as an officer at that time. And my job was great. He loved his job, and we were living in Fallbrook. He was stationed at Camp Pendleton when I found out I was pregnant. Both of my children had the same exact due date of March 6th. Blake came on the 21st of February, and Caitlin was on the 25th of February. They are exactly 2 years and 4 days apart, and Alan was very excited to be a father.
Everyone always told me I had his eyes. That has always been a connection that we both had, and my brother has that as well.
One of my most vivid memories of my father would be off-roading in the Bronco.
His truck obsession was really old trucks, old Broncos. Tear them apart, rebuild engines, transmissions, and put them back together.
He spent all of his time driving, off-roading, or working on his Broncos and fixing things and breaking things just to fix them again.
In between those deployments, his choices were always to spend time with the kids, mainly camping and off-roading.
If you're just joining us, the breaking story that we're following out of New York City,
planes
within the span of
18 minutes of each other.
During 9/11, when the attack first happened, we were stationed at Coronado, and it was an early morning for us. Caitlin was a newborn. He was glad he was still on active duty, and they were thrilled to get back out and deploy to protect and defend their country.
A conversation he and I had shortly before he deployed about taking care of my mom and my sister and being the man of the house.
I have a memory of him pulling my brother and I aside behind our house and just kind of saying goodbye.
Hi, Blake. Caitlin? I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I just want to say goodnight and tell you how much I love you. Here's a song that you'd like me to sing before we go to bed. I love you forever. I like you for always. My baby you'll be. I want you to know that I'll be home soon, and I love you very, very much. Good night. Bye-bye.
When that knock came at my door, it's very surreal what occurs and what goes through your head. Blake had been in school for 3 days. Caitlin had been to preschool 2 days. I told him, look up at the clouds. There were some cool tracks in the clouds. And that was our dad four-wheeling in heaven. And for Caitlin, who was 3.5, she would wake up every morning and ask me when Daddy was coming back from heaven. So it was probably 3 or 4 weeks after he was killed before it really registered with Caitlin, the permanency of death.
You feel the loss and kind of like what could have been, but you also remember that he's a part of you and that he kind of lives on throughout the family and through his loved ones.
I decided that it would be healthy and beneficial to remain in the area where we lived because we liked living near the Marine base. We liked having the ability to go off-road and go hike in Joshua Tree National Park. At the same time, we were close enough to my family for support. Blake was an avid reader, loved to read, very intellectual. Caitlin was very inquisitive. She had the mind that was always observing and watching. High school was the time probably that both kids struggled to figure out where they were going, who they were, processing their dad's death. We went and did grief counseling when they were younger. Children at different developmental ages process the grief and the loss again, and that you have to continually go through that.
My brother and I are always the primary focus of her life at the time. It really hasn't set in until adulthood about how much she gave up and dedicated to us just so we could be successful and enjoy our lives.
As a single mom working part-time with 2 kids that are looking at private schools, the amount of stress and pressure that I was under to figure out how that would be paid for, in addition to navigating the system of benefits for the fallen service members and the families, is challenging. So I reached out to other surviving spouses, and at that point was told that Children of Fallen Patriots Foundation was an organization that could help with many of the expenses, both from the tuition standpoint as well as cost of living. Caitlin was a student that could go and get into those schools because of the hard work that she had done, but those applications are $80 a pop or more, and Children of Fallen Patriots and the foundation helped pay for all of her applications.
Having had so many barriers in life at a young age, a lot of people don't think that college is an option for them, and the prices are just rising. Gold Star children probably wouldn't pursue college if it wasn't for the help that we get from organizations like Fallen Patriots.
She's in a top engineering school right now in the United States. The foundation made that possible. Without them, we would not be there at all.
Children of Fallen Patriots have sought out opportunities that I didn't even ask for. They got a group of Gold Star children together in Atlanta for a symposium that taught us about the sports industry. You're sitting with a group of people that fully understands what you've gone through, and giving me the opportunity to speak in front of Pepsi corporate and build those skills. They always have me in the back of their mind. Cynthia is someone I could call any time of the day, and it feels like I'm speaking to a friend or someone I've known for years. And the staff are a lot of previous scholarship recipients or people in the military, and anyone I've spoken to on the staff also just makes me feel like I'm at home. That definitely sets them apart from everyone else.
Caitlin loves adrenaline. She likes things that go fast, and she definitely shares her father's love of anything that has rubber on it.
Whether it's rock climbing or riding quickly on motorcycles and pushing my limits to show that I can do that, and I'm sure that that came into play with my dad and his extreme sports as well. My dad used to take us as a family off-roading in the Bronco. We still have the same vehicles that he worked on at one point. Off-roading in the Bronco, a very nice way to connect with him, even though he's not here. Patriots feel like an extension of my family. They feel a lot less like an organization and more just like a support system. I want to thank Children of Fallen Patriots and all of the donors.
Incredibly thankful.
With your help and your partnership, it was possible.
For making my college education possible and assisting other Gold Star children like me.